Saturday afternoon, filing into Peoria Stadium to see the D-backs and the Padres. And let's take a look at Chip Hale, the new manager. His starting lineup: Inciarte, Owings, Paul Goldschmidt. What a first baseman he is. David Peralta, a coming out party last year for Peralta. The ex-Angel Trumbo. Lamb shows some power. Veteran Laird behind the plate. Pennington at second, and Archie Bradley on the mound. He's a 22-year-old from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Look down at the umpiring crew today: Chad Whitson, Paul Schreiber, Quinn Wolcott, and Seth Buckminster as the Padres take the field.
Couldn't ask for a better day, Professor.
Oh, my.
Some clouds off into the distance, bright skies, and hopefully bright things to come for Brandon Morrow. He's fighting for that number 5 spot in the rotation. Scouting report brought to you by Hyundai. And on this beautiful day, Brandon Morrow has a power arm. He's got that wipeout slider, and he can touch 97 miles an hour. He's living around 93, 94 with the fastball.
Well, 9 years ago, he was the #1 pick of the Seattle Mariners, the 5th player selected overall. Spent the last few years in Toronto. Let's take a look at the defense behind Morrow. And the Padres with considerable depth. Some of the players that did not see duty last night are in the lineup tonight. And the outfield, much storied acquisitions by A.J. Prowler. Upton and left, Myers in center, and Kemp in right. Middlebrooks again at third. Clint Varmus at shortstop. Solardi will play at second, and look who's at first base: Carlos Quentin, one of the experiments of the spring.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Carlos Quentin moves to the right and the left, and I will guarantee that he's been working hard with Glenn Hoffman, hitting some fungos, going over to first base, covering first base, throws to second base. You know, Professor, I'm kind of anxious to see Carlos over at the first base position today.
He's played in a couple of games there this spring, and no major mishaps. And, of course, he brings that powerful bat into the lineup as the Padres encouraged by the fact that Quentin, who has suffered so many injuries, especially to the knees, seems to be quite healthy. Bud Black going over the hitters. Trying to identify the gentleman with whom he is discussing action. Followed Bruce Bochy, did Bud Black, and he and Bochy, of course, on the same track, 9 seasons, longest tenured managers in the National League. Brandon Morrow is 6'3" and 210, 30 years of age. Pitched at Cal Berkeley. We have 2 Cal Bears in the pitching rotation. If Morrow makes it, he'll join Tyson Ross. Ender Inciarte, hitting .424 this spring. 24-year-old outfielder from Venezuela, and Morrow delivers. We're underway. A high fastball strike. 80 degrees the temperature at the first pitch. Seems warmer. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, the first time that I heard this offseason that the Padres acquired Brandon Morrow, I immediately got on my computer. And that's the amazing things these days. I went to MLB.com and I saw video of Brandon Morrow. And I'll tell you what, the radar gun was lighting up to 96, 97. He had that wipe-up slider we talked about in the pregame. And it's weird because he's had a couple injuries, but not arm. It's been arm-related, but not elbow or shoulder. He's had a finger injury. He's had a forearm injury. So hopefully he's done with that.
95 on the last fastball mark. And the temperature 80 degrees. The low humidity, as one would expect here in the Valley of the Sun. A light breeze blowing, well, this morning blowing out. At the moment, the flag's pointing toward right field. And in there, no call from plate umpire Chad Whitson.
I'm going to have to bite my tongue on this one. This doesn't get. Wow.
That's a big league strike. And the count remains full to Inciarte with Chris Owings and Paul Goldschmidt to follow for the D-backs. Well, the picnic area, the outfield grass, the berm is packed again this afternoon. Had a big crowd last night, 10,600 plus. Line to left center field, and that's in the gap. A long run for Myers. He's able to cut it off, but Inciarte able to coast into second base with a double. The D-backs off to a solid start thanks to the double Inciarte. They're leading the National League this spring in most hits.
Oh, a couple of things here. Morrow got squeezed, right? Okay, well, he's a pro. He's got to make a good pitch. He's saying to himself, okay, I didn't get the call. This one is elevated. It's the opposite way. Second point, Will Myers. He's playing on the shortstop side of second base. Watch how quickly the one hop plants that back foot, and there's probably no chance he's going to throw him out, but still, that's a nice one-hop throw with his momentum going away from the play from center field.
And he showcased his speed. He covered a lot of ground. Chris Owings, the 23-year-old shortstop from Gilbert, South Carolina. He fouls it back toward us.
Coming in hot.
Played in 111 games last season. 91 on that chart. 261 is average. Actually had a handful more games according to the press guide for the D-backs. Fly ball sliced into the right field corner. A long run for Kemp. And he runs out of room. Well, the Diamondbacks trying to gather themselves this year for a better run. They had the worst record in the National League. They won only 64 games a season ago. Although they did handle the Padres, they were 12-7 against San Diego.
Might be a tough go-around for the D-backs this year when you talk about their pitching, you talk about their lineup. Sure, they have Paul Goldschmidt batting third today, the Gold Glove first baseman. But who's going to protect Goldschmidt in that lineup, right?
Runner goes. That pitch is grounded, just foul, knocked down by Middlebrooks. So Inciarte, with Morrow not paying a lot of attention, thought he might be able to pull for third base. There's Paul Goldschmidt.
He's a good one.
4 years with the D-backs. He's averaged 292. Averaged over 20 home runs this season. A lot of power to right field. So Morrow ahead on the count to Owings. Barmas, the shortstop, ducking in behind the runner. And that ball slapped sharply into right field and falls for a base hit. Inciarte around third. He'll come in to score, and the Diamondbacks take an early 1-0 lead. Back-to-back base hits, Inciarte and Chris Owings. Owings' 5th RBI of the spring.
You look at the way Matt Kemp gets to this baseball, cuts it off, prevents it from going in the corner. There is no way he's going to get Inciarte. He's got speed. He's going to score. So prevent that runner from going to second base. Sure, they have a run. Sure, there's nobody out, but still the chance to keep that double play in order.
Good piece of hitting by young Owings. And here is Goldschmidt. 27-year-old, did his college work at Texas State. Ball one. Goldschmidt game yesterday. A couple of hits, both doubles, both to right field. 300 hitter a season ago. Two and 0.
He's the whole package, isn't he? Gold Glove winner back in 2013. He can hit for average. He's got some pop. And as I mentioned before, it will be interesting during the course of the regular season how they will pitch to Goldschmidt. Will he get pitches to hit with the lineup around him?
That's a good point. And he does walk a lot anyway. Yeah. He's walked 6 times this spring. That's more than anyone on either side. And he's about to walk again as the count goes to 3-0. He's going to be treated with full respect by opposing pitchers. Cleanup hitter is left fielder David Peralta. Had a breakout season a year ago. No, green lighted on 3-0. Sends it high off first base. Quinton doesn't know where it is, and it's going to fall into the crowd anyway. Second baseman Solarte hustled over just in case, but high sky, and off the bat, Carlos couldn't find it.
Carlos rocking the mouthpiece there. Let's take a look at the view from center field. That's what Will Myers is looking at.
Yeah, the high sky of the desert. The ball just kind of disappears into that light blue. 3-1 now to Goldschmidt. Another shot to center, but it's right at Myers, and he makes the play. Now, 3 balls hit right on the nose by the D-backs. Double Inciarte. Owings a line single to right, and Goldschmidt a line out to center.
Hey, on the sweet spot, but we got a man there. A man by the name of Will Myers right at him. Now the double play in order with the run around first base. You know, I look at a couple things, Dick. One is that how Morrow reacts after getting squeezed on that one pitch to Inciarte, right? That's going to happen. You got to forget about it, try to make a good pitch, get out of the inning.
Peralta, rookie season last year, hit .286 off the fist, and an easy roller there. One out at short and back to first in time for the double play. A slow roller, but Solarte to Barmas and on to Quinton. 4-6-3 double play. Ciarde's double and Chris Owings single for a 1-0 early lead. Bottom of the first, and the Padres will bat in this order. Will Myers followed by Jan Solarte, then Kemp and Upton and Quinton. 3 sluggers in the middle of the lineup, along with Will Middlebrooks, then Clint Barmas, Will Nieves fighting to earn that backup spot behind the plate with the injury to Tim Fedorovich and surgery required. Nieves improving his a lot in terms of making the club. And they work against the 22-year-old Archie Bradley from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
And Archie Bradley, he's the #1 Diamondback prospect. He's got a fastball, curveball, changeup. He's a ground ball pitcher. Now, whether he makes the club this spring, might need some more tuning for the Reno Aces, the AAA club for the Diamondbacks, managed by former Padre Phil Nevin, who was here today.
Bradley, an outstanding high school athlete in Oklahoma and committed to the University of Oklahoma on a football scholarship. He was an outstanding quarterback. Will Myers, 8 hits and 29 at-bats this spring, hitting at .276. Those are his numbers at Tampa Bay last year. 1-1. Yeah, you fans that enjoy shopping for outstanding furniture will recognize the home base of Will Myers, Thomasville, North Carolina. Furniture capital.
Oh, yeah. You see a lot of that like on The Price is Right.
That's right. You do. Yeah.
A dining room set from Thomasville. Good call, Professor.
Yeah, when you're married to an interior decorator, you learn those important things. Check swing. Did he go? No. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Myers, the 2013 American League Rookie of the Year. In just 88 games, he hit 13 homers, knocked in 53.
The wrist is feeling good. And this kid, he's a big kid. Strong.
A 1-hopper from Bradley, and the count goes full.
Good sign, laying off the slider right there in the dirt with 2 strikes.
3rd season, his career number is 258 with 19 homers. Injuries last year shortened his season and his batting average. Ground ball up the middle, nicely fielded, and then it gets by Owings, who went down, thought he had it, and it squirted under into left center field. We'll see how they score it. Tough chance for Chris Owings at shortstop. Call it a base hit.
Well, 2 strikes, full count, and Will Myers could pretty much bank on the fastball. Bradley wants to get him with the fastball. He challenges him. Quite frankly, I think that's a makeable play for Chris Owings. But they give Will Myers a hit, and good for Will.
Jan Hervis Solarte, a .333 hitter this spring. Came over to the Padres midseason last year in the trade that sent Chase Headley to the Yankees. He's in the conversation as the possible leadoff hitter this year.
Options. Don't you love it? Buddy Black this year has options. I mean, let's turn the calendar back to last year, this time spring training. It's a 180-degree turnaround.
There's no question the wealth of talent.
Option in the rotation, options in the bullpen, options in the leadoff spot.
Options at third base.
Yeah.
2 strikes. Bouncer to short, could be 2. 1 there, and back to first, a double play. 6-4-3 as Owens to Pennington to Goldschmidt. Turn it for the D-backs. Here's a look at the Arizona defense with Peralta and Trumbo in the corners of the outfield, and Ciardi will cover center field. Lamb and Owings on the left side, Pennington and Goldschmidt at second and first, with Jared Laird behind the plate. Okay, bases empty with the double play, and right fielder Matt Kemp steps in. Kemp 9 for 25 this spring, .360, a couple of home runs.
You know what else I like about this potential lineup, Dick, is that even with 2 quick outs, you have the potential of extending the inning by Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, Will Myers, possibly going long ball, hitting a home run, extra base hit. None of this 1, 2, 3 inning stuff quickly like we saw last year.
Yeah, Padres, speaking of the home run, our 3rd in the major leagues during spring training with 20. What a second half for Kemp, best in baseball, best in National League certainly, as he hit .309 with 17 home runs and 54 runs batted in after the All-Star break. Padres hope that'll carry over into the start of the season, and he'll get a chance to showcase his power against his former teammates on opening day at Dodger Stadium. On the outside corner, barks Whitson, and Kemp strikes out. That's it for the Padres in the first. to welcome the newest member of our Fox Sports San Diego team, the pride of Pepper Time, Allie Stern.
Thank you so much, Dick. I am so excited to be here. And not only is it a beautiful day for baseball here in Peoria, but it is also the official start of round 32 of March Madness. And I was able to catch up with 4 of the guys who are alumni of schools within the tournament. Of course, you have Buddy Black from San Diego State University, Corey Lupke from Ohio State, who said he's still excited from football season, Jed Jerko from West Virginia, who dresses up the Twins for every single game, and finally, Tim Fedorovich for University of North Carolina. And when I asked Buddy who he would pick out of the Padres clubhouse to take that final buzzer beater shot, he said, hands down, A.J. Preller. He has got skills on the court. So I got to ask, Mud, do you think you could take Preller in some hoops?
Oh, bring it on. I say bring on the matchup. Give me the rock. Give me the pumpkin. I want to take that last shot.
You didn't play any basketball, did you?
Professor, come on now.
Well, let's hear about it.
No, I didn't. No, I did amateur, like in grade school and in my freshman year of high school. But isn't that what everybody wants? Baseball, you want to be on the mound for the 7th game of the World Series. You want, be in the batter's box. You want to have that ball in your hand for the buzzer beater. Absolutely. Bring it on, A.J. Preller.
A.J. from Cornell, and he's got game.
Yeah, he does.
Mark Trumbo. 3 years with the Angels. Lots of power. Last year had some injury problems as he joined the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's now 29. Hit .235 last year with 14 homers. And the count goes 1-2. Speaking of March Madness and the round of 32, the UCLA Bruins have made it to the 16s as they defeated the Cinderella UAB 92-75, and they'll await the winner of Gonzaga, Iowa, in the 16s. Again, a foul ball off first, a long run for Quinton, and he can't get there.
Who are you liking in the tournament?
Well, I mean, Kentucky. I mean, they say in Vegas that you can have the whole field at the start of the championships. You can take the whole field, even money, with Kentucky. So that tells you all you need to know about how powerful they are.
How did the Chippewas fare this year?
You know that Kentucky won't schedule us. It's amazing.
They're scared.
Hey, Central Michigan made it to the NIT. They had a terrific year. They lost in the final game of the MAC tournament to Buffalo. No, they had a terrific season. Watch out. He reaches out, Trumbo, and punches one to right field. Kemp will play it in. And the D-backs thus far have their hitting clothes on.
Oh, with 2 strikes. Brandon Morrow tries to go down and away with the slider. And if taken, that is a ball. That is a called ball. But too close to take is Mark Trumbo, and he just lofts that ball in the right center field. That's staying alive. That's protecting right there. Not the best swing, but a good result.
That'll bring up third baseman Jake Lamb, former University of Washington star. He grew up in Seattle. Came up midseason a year ago. Showed some power. Hit .230 with 4 home runs in the last 2 months of the year. His minor league record, as you can see, very impressive last season. And he drives one to left field, and that's got a lot of carry to it. Upton going back to the fence. It's off the top of the wall. Trumbo running all the way. It rounds third, and he will pump home as into third goes Lamb with a triple and a 2-0 Arizona lead. Boy, that ball really carried, going the opposite way. A single, a double, and a triple already for the D-backs.
Once again, going the opposite way, and with the way that Upton was playing in left field, a long way to go. I mean, this is going to be a tough play for anyone. Flash look, leaps, and almost over the fence, just below the yellow line. Boy, talk about putting on the brakes and downshifting and going into gear again.
Single, triple to open the second inning for the D-backs. This one chopped to third. Middlebrook lets it kick foul. Gerald Laird, the veteran catcher, 35 years of age, 12 years in the big leagues. With no one out and Lamb at third, the infield is playing back, with the exception of Middlebrooks. He's about bag high at third.
And the scouting reports probably say that Gerald Laird likes to pull the ball on the ground left side. Now, as we speak, now Middlebrooks backing up a little bit. Now he's even with the bag.
0-2.
The Diamondbacks making it look easy, going the opposite way. Trumbo to right center field. Lamb deep to left from the left side of the plate.
Center field and shallow. Myers coming in, shielding his eyes, but that takes him away from home plate, and so his throw won't have much on it. And Lamb able to walk in from third. It's 3-0. Sacrifice fly for Laird. Third RBI of the spring.
I want to make a point about Will Myers again in center field. He fields this ball correctly. And what I mean by that is when he catches this ball, it's a long run into shallow right center field, right? As soon as he catches the ball, chances are he's not going to throw out the runner, but watch how he catches the ball and then spins towards his glove hand side, shading the sun. Now he's positioning his body, catch it, glove hand side. You get more momentum that way.
Another shot. This is right at the second baseman, Solarte. Boy, even the outs are well struck by the D-backs. That's the second line drive out. And they've scored 3 runs on a couple of singles, a double, and a triple off Brandon Morrow. And here's the pitcher, Archie Bradley. You've got to figure that Bradley's not a bad hitter, an outstanding high school athlete. We're about to find out. Morrow didn't like that call. So after Brandon Morrow, Odrisamer Despaigne, as Bud Black wants to see them back to back as they go head to head for that treasured spot as the 5th man in the starting rotation. That one came in hot.
Yeah, and it's not so much the one off the bat, Dick. It's the first bounce, right? It's off the back of the wall. It's off a chair. Hey, in spring training, close quarters with the fans, watch your lips. Coming in hot.
Yeah, don't charge the line drives. Don't charge those. That ball's in there, strike 3. First strikeout for Morrow, but the Diamondbacks score 2 more, lead at 3-0. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, the power of together, and by Saquon Casino, real friendly and real close. majestic sour. The Arizona cactus symbol. Crowd continuing to file in. We've got what looks to be a full house here at Peoria Complex. D-backs come out swinging with a 3-0 lead in support of Archie Bradley, who goes to work now in the middle of the Padre order. Upton, Quinton, and Middlebrooks. Justin with his best ever RBI season a year ago with the Braves, 102. Just missed a home run last night. A line shot off the top of the fence in left field and scored the only run for the Padres in a 6-1 loss to Kansas City. Came home on a balk by starter Chris Young.
Dick, I thought you made a great point during last night's telecast regarding Upton, Kemp, Myers possibly. And from an offensive standpoint, making Petco Park look smaller, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was a great point.
They're going to make that left field wall, and they're lowering the wall from the foul line out to 5 feet. So low line drives, outfielders are going to be able to climb up on that wall, but also they better get there in a hurry.
Yeah. I always love it in baseball when an outfielder has a chance to snatch it back, right? To jump up, reach over, bring it back.
Yeah, fans love that. Chopper to short, the Owings across, and time to get Upton for the first out here in the second. Brings up Carlos Quinton. Yeah, the Padres are hoping that the big outfielder playing first base today will be able to avoid the injury jinx that has limited his play in the 3 years since he came over from the White Sox. 131 games in 2010 for the White Sox, 118 in 2011, but with the Padres, 86, 82, and 50 games. He was able to play, healthy enough to play. Breaking ball taken. Carlos, a San Diego native. University High School basketball. He was on the same team with Luke Walton, Bill Walton's son, and Mark Pryor.
Oh, that's a nice little trifecta right there. Speaking of a trifecta, as Middlebrooks waits on deck, the Diamondbacks are going 3 heavy on the left side of the infield.
Yeah, the shift on for Quinton, the count 1-1. He goes the other way to right field. A solid shot to right center. Cut off by Trumbo, and Quinton has the second Padre hit.
Hey, that's how you beat the shift, and it's almost as if Carlos Quinton went that way on purpose. Let's take a look at that swing again and see if he tries to purposely inside out this pitch. Oh, he does a nice job. Brought his hands in, knob of the bat first, barrel to follow, and just looks at those 3 infielders on the left side and goes, I'll take that knock the opposite way. Thank you very much.
Here's Will Middlebrooks. 10 for 31 this spring, a .323 average. That one just over our head. Keep your eye on the game there, Mud. I want you to be able to leap up. You've got the glove around your belt as per usual. You're going to the first baseman glove this year.
Yeah. Bigger guante.
There you go.
Greater chance of catching a ball. You just brought back a memory, actually. You said with your glove around with your belt, right?
Yeah.
You undo your belt, you put your glove so you don't lose your belt. Sometimes my fielding was like that. Like I had my glove on my belt.
As a kid, though, is there any more prized possession than your ball glove?
I remember the first glove my dad gave me.
It's in there, 1-2 to Middlebrooks. You remember the model?
You know what? I don't. And shame on me for not knowing that. It was so long ago, obviously. It was like 5 or 6, maybe.
Mine was Spartan.
Was that the brand name?
Yeah, that was the little hardware store in Armada, Michigan that had a couple of gloves. Yeah, just, hey, a glove's a glove.
Were the fingers connected yet back then, or were they still like unattached? Down the glove.
Yeah, a little string between the thumb and the forefinger. Yeah. Ooh, tied him up, and Middlebrooks goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Bradley. And we want to remind you folks, Wednesday, Fox Sports San Diego gets up close and personal with the great coach of the Aztecs, Steve Fisher, and he will break down the NCAA tournament. Hopefully he'll be talking about a win over Duke University tomorrow. Aztec basketball with Steve Fisher, all new this Wednesday, 7:30 on Fox Sports San Diego.
Love Coach Fisher.
Oh, what a man. Big baseball fan. You know, he'll come out and join us during the baseball season. Swing and a miss by Clint Barmas, 36 years of age, from Vincennes, Indiana. Actually was a Sycamore in college at Indiana State about the same time Joe Thatcher was there. They might have been teammates. He was only there 1 year.
Isn't that where St. Joe's is in Indiana, Vincennes? Maybe I'm thinking of another. I think there's a St. Joe's in Indiana. We could look there.
There is one. I'm not sure it's Vincennes.
The Hoosier State, the great state of Indiana.
Quinton at first with 2 out. And out goes 2 strikes on Barmas. Well, what do you like about young Archie Bradley, the 22-year-old on the mound for Arizona?
He's got a live arm. The command of the fastball is one of the issues for the young right-hander. He's the #1 prospect for the Diamondbacks. His secondary pitches look pretty good as well. There's a nice slider there.
In the dirt, and Quinton on his toes, able to get into second base. Nope. Punched out. A delayed call by Quinn Walcott. Quinton trying to get the extra base. Nailed by catcher Gerald Blair. And they'll bat from the top of the order against Brandon Morrow here in the top of the third as we welcome first base, now third base coach Jose Valentin. Smiling as always. Great major league career of 16 years. And I want to remind folks that you hit 249 home runs. I mean, you were not any little line drive hitter. You went long ball.
That's correct. You know, just I think it's been kind of blessed playing in little league ballparks. You know, like in Chicago, South Side. You know, it was a great place to hit there. And
it's raining. It looks like it's raining down there.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be fun, like I know. You know, but you know, it's something that you know, I just went up there and tried to do my best. You know, try to hit ball hard and put some good swing on it and be able to hit 249 home runs.
Growing up in Puerto Rico, who was your favorite player as a kid?
Roberto Clemente, definitely. You know, he's one of those guys that you know, he was one of the best Puerto Rican players, and I mean, he was the one that really opened our doors to be able to come to the States and play it, you know, and what kind of player that he was.
Yeah, what a great player, and what a tragic end, Roberto Clemente. Well, you've been last year, of course, and assigned the first base coaching responsibilities, but with an injury, you've been able to move across the diamond and do some arm waving.
It is fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. In the beginning, it was a little bit kind of just slowly until you get to know the signs for the skipper. Now it's different. When you're on first base, you just get the signs for the third base coach. But now you got to get, make sure that you get the right signs, deliver it to the runners, and also you got to get this different sign for the skipper. But it's been fun. It's been fun.
Jose, give our viewers a chance to what you feel coming into spring training this year with all the off-season moves. We know we've heard from Bud Black and Darren Balsley, but as a coach, you coming into Peoria, your thoughts?
Well, happy. Happy that that you're going to have some players all the players that we be able to pick during off-season. Definitely, it was great players. Something that we was hoping to get. And make our team better, but it's been great so far. All the other guys have been work hard. Cam, Will Myers, Justin, and not only those three guys, but Cam, Carlos, Will. Every single guy's been working hard, and so far it's been so good. So, free of injuries, and nobody's been hurt so far. Knocking wood. That is something that in the past we was pretty much just punched by a lot of injuries in the spring training, but so far it's been so good. And like I said, I can't wait to the season start and see what's happening.
Jose, give the viewers also an idea of what is it like a day in the life of Jose Valentin coming to spring training. Your responsibilities as first base coach.
Well, as a first base coach, just make sure that I get to know the guys. I've seen those guys play against it. I see Justin last year play against we play against it in Atlanta. Matt, we know what kind of type of player that he was. I didn't get to see too much about Will Myers, but the guys, we know we know that Will's is a great player. Got some skills, a young player. And, he's good. He's good. All three guys going to bring a lot of excitement to our team. Definitely we're going to see a lot of guys on base. We're going to score some runs, and we're hoping we'll score more runs than we did last year. Power, definitely, we got more power. This is all different ball team, and like I said, we're excited to see, just get opening day and everything start.
Let's just catch up on the inning. And Inciardi with a single up the middle to start things. The whole second base moves to third on Owings, fly ball to right, and here's Paul Goldschmidt. Here's a good-looking hitter, Jose, at the plate now. Yeah,
you don't like to see that guy in there with men in scoring position, but like I said, Morrow is just one of those pitchers that we got a lot of confidence in him. He's fighting for a spot in our rotation. He knows he's been a great pitcher in his career, and like I said, you have to make some pitches like now, right there.
Infield in, and he's able to
roll over. We hold the guy on third, and now we got 2 out. We know score. Nobody's scored. So those are the type of pitchers that we have. He's a guy that he's not only a good pitcher, but he's a power pitcher. He can strike some people out, make some pitches when he have to, and that's the bottom line. Keep the ball in the field.
Jose, we know you played 16 years in the big leagues, an infielder, and you could probably play anywhere. But you got some good moves in your big league career. How about some moves in the dugout? You'd like to have a little fun. You're kind of rocking to the music a little bit here. We got some video. We caught you. We got cameras everywhere.
Hey, it's part of the game. You got to have some fun. Sometimes you got to think about the game of baseball, but also you got to have some fun. It's something that's the way I am. That's the way I like it. But I want to make sure that when I want to have some fun, and I want to pick the right time to do it, because when the game is done, the game is done. So. But like I said, it's good to have some fun in the game of baseball, and that's how I like it. So keep everybody happy and smiling in the dugout.
Well, it's the D-backs that are dancing here in Peoria today as David Peralta doubles to right center and drives in another run. Inciardi comes home. It's now 4-0. And we thank you, Jose Valentin. We look forward to seeing you waving a lot of runners home this season.
Definitely. I'm going to try to wave those guys all the way to home plate, but if you're not, at least try to wave it all the way to Huffy and third base, and then after that, it's Huffy's job to send it home.
All right. Thanks for visiting with us, Jose
Thank you for
Valentin.
having me. Thank you.
Glenn Hoffman undergoing knee surgery here in spring training. He's back with the club, but still a little gimpy as he'll be back in his usual third base spot. Boy, that's a tough shot. No one has the ball. There's the lost ball in the sun. The shortstop, Barmas, couldn't find it. And then they get the runner Trumbo at second base. Good hustle by the Padre defense, but the D-backs lead it 4-0. Peralta was able to score before Trumbo was tagged out at second base, so 2 more runs in the 3rd inning for Arizona. They now lead 5-0 over the Padres. As we go again to Allie Sturm. Allie.
Thank you, Dick. I'm standing here in the Peoria Complex, brand new terrace that is all part of a $9.5 million renovation plan. They added 1,000 seats, fan facilities such as this, and a new team store. It's a 3-phase plan that will be finished in 2016. But guys, it is just truly the perfect place to watch a ball game.
It is indeed. Well done, Allie. And this Peoria Complex, how we've seen it grow. As this is now the 22nd year of the Padres since they left Yuma to come here to Peoria.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And thank you very much for that report, Allie. Nicely done. And get a different chance from every vantage point at this ballpark. You know, you can have fun anywhere at this place. I mean, just look at that pavilion out in left field beyond the Diamondback bullpen. I mean, look at the crowd in there. You know, you're shaded from the sun. You can have some social sparklers and meet some new friends. I love it.
At Barmes, Will Nieves and the pitcher Morrow scheduled here in the last of the 3rd as Archie Bradley staked to a comfortable 5-0 lead in the 3rd.
Come on, Barney. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit there, Professor, going from left to right. Good indication above the batter's eye with all the flags of the teams involved in the Cactus League here in Arizona. But we know here in Arizona that wind will change every once in a while.
And we've seen on a couple of occasions already today how tough it is to locate fly balls, high fly balls. And down goes Barmes, another strikeout. That's the 3rd for Archie Bradley. Well, Padres opening series weekend at Petco Park is presented by Saquon, and it's just around the corner. Party in the Park will be on Friday after the opening night Thursday night against the Giants. Post-game laser show on Saturday, military opening day, and Kids Fest on Sunday. It's going to be an unforgettable weekend. Tickets have gone very fast. They're looking for a 4-game series attendance of some 160,000, maybe more. Get your tickets. Try to join all the fans of the Padres and experience the fun and watch the Padres take on the world champion Giants. Get tickets at padres.com/tickets. Will Nieves, the veteran catcher, drives it to right field, slicing into the corner and over the head of Trumbo. And the veteran Nieves Into second base with a slide, unnecessary, and he has the first extra base hit for San Diego today.
Well, let's just see Will going the opposite way. As we take a look at the pitch from Bradley, it's elevated, rather trying to pull that pitch. This ball off the bat, and with the wind blowing that way, maybe wind aided a little bit, but no chance for Trumbo. Nice to see Will swinging that shillelagh nicely.
So Nieves at second. He was first signed by the Padres back in 1995, a 47th round selection. He's had a good career. Well, here's Brandon Morrow. He doesn't have many at-bats in his portfolio. In fact, in his entire career, of course, in Seattle and with Toronto, he's had 2 at-bats. High pick by the Mariners in 2006. Chance to help himself break into the scoring column here in the third for San Diego. Good fastball at 91.
Yeah, you can tell he's a pitcher who hasn't hit a lot. Clean helmet, clean bat, clean batting gloves. He needs to dirty those up a little bit. He needs some marks on that shillelagh of his. That means he's making contact, right?
Choked up considerably. Try to punch one through the infield. And it goes 2-1. Now the Padres with a hit in each of the first 3 innings. A single by Myers in the first, a single Carlos Quinton in the second. Now the double with 1 out, Nieves here in the third. But the Diamondbacks have scored in each of the 3 innings. Inciarte a double and Owings single. 1-0 in the first. Single Trumbo. RBI triple Lamb and a sacrifice fly from Laird to make it 3-0 in the second. Another single by Inciarte. RBI double Peralta, and then the fly ball single lost in the sun, driving in yet another run in the third inning for a 5-0 lead. Making contact, spoiling some pitches.
Tell you, one of my favorite parts of the day is going to the ballpark early and going around the batting cage when the pitchers are hitting at home. You'll hear some big league razzing going on, and I'm sure tomorrow we'll hear it from Andrew Castor and Ian Kennedy, Tyson Ross. We got some big boys on this team that can swing the bats now.
James Shields,
yes,
he's 1 for 1, leading the team, 1,000 batting average. We're going to see James tomorrow. He'll pitch over against the Chicago Cubs. Chop to the right side. Goldschmidt to the pitcher covering, and over to third goes Nieves. And then we'll be back. More television on Monday, a day game at 1 o'clock here on Fox Sports San Diego. It'll be Tyson Ross on the mound for the Padres against the Chicago White Sox. See where the White Sox extended a very nice contract to the former Diamondback outfielder Adam Eaton, their leadoff man in Chicago now. 5-year deal, $23.5 million. His first year in Chicago on the south side, hit 300 last year. Adam Eaton making his banker happy today. Chance to pick up the runner at third with 2 outs. Will Myers singled up the middle through the glove try of shortstop Owings in the first inning. Myers with those strong hands elects not to use the batting gloves. The ground ball to shortstop, and he hustles, but it's out by a step. And the Padres denied in the third. It remains 5-0 for the Snakes. in Peoria. Reminder, folks, we'd like you to be part of the Padres family as a season ticket member. From savings and discounts, mobile ticketing, flexible ticket trade, and exclusive pre-sale opportunities, the benefits of membership are endless. So for more information on becoming a season ticket member, visit padres.com/membership 2015. Going to be an exciting year. Be certain that you're part of it. Brandon Morrow has allowed 5 runs on 7 hits through 3 innings. The first time that he's been hit this much this spring.
Yeah, a handful of pitches, Dick, that have been up and over the plate, enabling the Diamondbacks to go the other way. On a good note, though, he's got the good arm. I told you about the power arm. 15 pitches this afternoon above 95 miles an hour. He just has to spot it, put it in the right spot.
Jake Lamb tripled to left field off the top of the fence, and that drove in a run in the second inning. He later scored on a sacrifice fly by Gerald Laird, the catcher. So Lamb, Laird, and Pennington for the D-backs here in the 4th.
Oh, back-to-back changeups from Brandon Morrow. We saw that graphic. 15 pitches, 95 or above on the heater, and then pulling the string at 84, 85.
His best year in Toronto was in 2012. That ball hit well to left center field, and Myers going near the track to chase it down. Lamb going the opposite way again. Will Myers getting a good break on it. Here's Gerald Laird. Sacrifice fly to center field his first time.
There's the differential in the speed range. 96 on the heater, as low as 74 probably on the breaking ball. Darren Balsley said he is incorporating a curveball. Probably won't see a lot of them, but he'll flip a couple up there.
Laird takes it outside with Cliff Pennington to follow. Well, Arizona having a successful spring, 11 wins, 7 losses. Lots of changes. New manager, Chip Hale, who played his college ball at the University of Arizona from Moraga, California. 7 major league seasons. New general manager, Dave Stewart. Of course, Tony La Russa, head of baseball operations, middle of the year a season ago.
We saw Odrisamer Despaigne heating up in the bullpen. Shouldn't take long this afternoon. It is hot out there.
That's the way Despaigne likes it.
Look out.
We've had a couple 3 aimed at us here today. Spring training game number 18 for San Diego. Morrow misses upstairs, and it takes the count to 3-2.
Darren Balsley said, the pitching coach of the Padres, 3 or 4 innings for Brandon Morrow, about 60 pitches. It's a pretty good workout.
Fly ball shallow in center. Again, that high sky. Myers shielding his eyes, and second baseman Solarte able to go out and save the day. Another tough chance, and Solarte hustling saves what could have been a tough moment for Myers.
Well, a lot of time with that ball up in the air, and if you notice, as Solarte is going out, Will Myers shades, and then he kind of like looks down at Solarte. Is there communication going on? Will Myers puts up his arms. He must have been saying something there because he backed off, and that's exactly what he do. But you want to maybe hang around a little bit, just close enough not to interfere with your second baseman, but in case there's a carom, maybe off the glove, right?
Right.
And be there to make that diving stab to try to catch the ball.
Second baseman Cliff Pennington lined to second base his first time. This probably is Morrow's last hitter that he'll face today, as his pitch counts to 53. Good changeup.
Breaking out the changeup later. Righty on lefty. It's a good combination there.
And another.
Sometimes it takes 40 to 50 pitches to get a feel for a good pitch. He saw some good changeups this inning.
See where Clayton Kershaw luckily avoided serious injury yesterday. A broken bat line drive off the bat of Andy Perino for the Oakland A's. The former Padre Perino struck Kershaw in the jaw and knocked out part of one tooth.
Found $1 underneath his pillow this morning.
That was the third inning. Knowing Kershaw, no surprise, he worked his full 5 innings. He didn't come out, but it was a big scare for the Dodgers. But their most valuable player, Cy Young award-winning pitcher, down on the ground after being smacked in the jaw. And that one skips in, ball 4. First base on balls from Morrow. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Bradley. Apparently he's going to stay in the game for another inning. Struck out, took a third strike his first time. Well, this appears to be the biggest crowd of the spring.
Yeah, it's packed in the outfield.
Look at Bradley, lines a shot to right field. Solid single. Kemp plays it in. Yeah, we kind of had an inkling that Bradley knows how to hit as well as pitch. This good-looking athlete from Oklahoma keeps the inning alive. First and second with 2 away and back to the top of the order.
He stays on that ball nicely. Although, when you look at the swing, it looks like he was swinging to left field and it just happened to go to right. But you know what, though? He takes it to right field nicely for a base knock.
So that'll be all for Brandon Morrow. Signal given to the bullpen, and Odrisamer Despagne is going to come in, and of course he will be motivated, try to have better innings than Morrow, as he would like to be that 5th pitcher in the starting rotation for Brandon Morrow. Gives up 5 runs on 8 hits, and here comes Despagne. Today, including the planet Krypton.
Taking some time off from the Daily Planet to catch in a big league ball game. All is well here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Superman is here to save the day. He's rocking the cape. That's great.
The man of steel. Yeah, Brandon Morrow goes 3 2/3, allows 5 runs, 8 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1. And now Despagne came up in the middle of the last year, the right-hander from Cuba. And ERA was very impressive, 3.36. He had some tough outings. He was 4-7, but some outings where the Padres didn't score any runs in his support. A man of many deliveries, many speeds.
Yeah, you can say he's not a thrower. He is, in fact, a pitcher. As you mentioned, Dick, different speeds, different arm angles. He's going to go 3 or 4 innings, 60 pitches. The changeup is getting better. More focus on the fastball command.
Ender Inciarte has had himself a good day already. A double and scored in the first, singled and scored in the third. He has 16 hits on the spring. That's up with the elite in the Cactus League standings. 2 on, 2 out here in the fourth. Breaking ball hangs high.
Well, Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, made a good point prior to the game when we were talking about Odrisamer. He said last year he fell into the trap sometimes of trying to trick too many hitters rather than just going after him and trying to locate with the good fastball and put him away with the breaking ball. That's what he's trying to work on this spring.
2 balls and a strike. Pennington, who walked, is at second. Bradley, the pitcher, with a single at first base. The backs have scored every inning, and they threaten again here with 2 outs in the fourth. Oh, did he go? No. Third base umpire Buckminster waves it off. It's 3-1. I won't even ask my partner whether he thought he went.
I'm just dying for you to ask me what you thought.
He didn't go, right?
He didn't go. If he hits it, it's a double.
3-1 the count. Fouled at the plate.
See that karma. That is Schinberger. That'll get you. See, that proves that he went on the prior pitch.
Was that what it does? It proves that?
Yes.
The baseball theorems. I read a book about those, about check swings and what the punishment when you get away with the check swing. That really was a swing. Full count. I'll send both Pennington from second and Bradley off with the pitch.
See if he pulls the string here. Tries to locate that fastball down and away.
Outside, and the bases are loaded. Espana comes in and walks Inciarte. Over to third goes Pennington. Bradley, the pitcher, to second. Inciarte fills the void at first. And here's Chris Owings. RBI single to right and a fly ball to right for Owings.
Now, one of the things manager Bud Black and pitching coach Darren Balsley look at in a situation like this. Odrisamer Despaigne fighting to be that number 5 starter, but can he get out of this jam and keep it at 5?
Fastball at 90.
He's not going to light up the radar guns. Despaigne, 90, 91-ish. He will add and subtract with that fastball.
Up the middle. Barmas on the run, throws him out, and the inning comes to an end as the D-backs leave the bases loaded. Middle of the fourth inning. They lead it 5-0.
The bottom of the fourth from Peoria Sports Complex. Cactus League action while we have a minute, Professor. Have you heard? Every Friday, all season long.
Fridays.
All season long.
All season on Friday.
Petco Park will be home with San Diego's biggest and best Friday night happy hour. Cocktails, listen to live music, get awesome food and drink specials, and enjoy the sunshine before the game every Friday, 5 p.m. at the Park in the Park at Petco Park.
What night is that?
Friday.
Okay.
Starting at 5. Park in the Park. Admission is free with your ticket to the evening's game.
Do you get anything to drink or eat?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The libations are going to be flowing. Eats everywhere. Get your Friday game tickets today at Padres.com/tickets.
And that's all out in the Park at the Park, right?
Park at the Park.
That's been very popular.
Every Friday, though, because remember, it was only limited years past, right?
Well,
They'd
fans have just demanded more because they've loved that.
It's going to be a great atmosphere. So join in on the fun.
Work out a Friday night where we're out there with them.
Let's do a game out there.
Game out there.
Yeah.
That's your assignment.
Okay, I'm on it.
Archie Bradley, meanwhile, has been impressive. No runs and 3 hits allowed as he goes to the bottom of the 4th inning and will face Jan Solarte, then Matt Kemp and Justin Upton. Solarte grounded into a double play his first time. At age 22, Archie Bradley looks as if he's going to win some consideration and staying with the big club. Shown a live fastball, good sharp breaking ball.
Pretty good ratio there from balls to strikes.
Sharply hit, fair ball. Goldschmidt with the glove and the throw to Bradley and the 3-1 put out. That'll bring up Matt Kemp. Hey, did you see the Major League Baseball? Apparently they are going to try to build some added drama to the final game of the baseball season, the 162nd game this year, so that all teams, all 30 teams, all 15 games on the last day of the season are going to have to play at the same time. I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern. It'd be noon West Coast, so that you don't know if the team you're trying to beat for a playoff spot has already won or lost. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
That will be interesting. Yes. I remember hearing some rumors about that last year.
Kemp with a chopper to third. Lamb across. Oh, bad throw. And that pulls Goldschmidt off the bat. Kemp safe on the error. Throwing error by Lamb at third.
Well, Lamb had plenty of time as we take a look at the crow hop. Just doesn't get it there. And Goldschmidt, tries to keep his foot on the bag. The umpire says it was off. That was a close play. Oh, come on, Chip. It's spring training.
Chip Hale going out to question the call. The first base umpire, Paul Schreiber.
Well, I guess it's spring training for managers, too, to go out there and try to argue, right? You get the feel for an argument.
Hale getting a chance. First opportunity. Walter William Hale III. Call me Chip. To manage a big league club. He's a lifer in this sport. Many years as a coach after 7 major league seasons as an infielder. Played for the Dodgers and the Twins. Justin Upton grounded to short his first time. That ball ripped into the left field corner. Fair ball. That has Kemp on his toes, and he's going to pull up at third base on a ringing double to left field off the bat of Justin Upton. Oh, he scorched that shot to left, and the Padres have a chance to score here in the 4th.
Going short and quick to the baseball, and that sound of the ball off the bat is something that we can get used to seeing all year long in 2015. And we had Jose Valentin on earlier from the dugout, and he's getting the coach at third base with Glenn Hoffman on the shelf. He's getting an idea of sending runners, not sending runners. He did the right thing there and holding Matt Kemp. But some of that power displayed by Justin Upton, that's good to see.
Here's Carlos Quinton. He singled to right field his first time. Chance to pick up a couple of tallies with Kemp at third and Upton at second.
Hopefully doubles and home runs aplenty for Justin Upton and other Padres this year.
Well, Kemp hit 25 last year. Upton 29.
And also, how about this situation? I know it's spring training, right? But multiple base runners, down by 5.
Ripped and caught by third baseman Lamb. He took 2 runs away from the Padres and leaning into the hole on that line shot by Quinton. Atoning for his throwing error. 2 away.
Well, the point I was going to make was that in this situation, down by 5 during the course of the year, there's going to be a chance for a 3-run shot to get within 2. Nothing that Carlos Quinton can do on that one. It was a good swing, just not a good result. Nice play by Lamb.
So it's up to Will Middlebrooks with 2 outs and 2 men in scoring position. He struck out swinging on a check swing his first time. '26-year-old Texan from the Red Sox for Ryan Hannigan, the catcher, going to Boston. Good breaking ball.
Oh.
2-1.
That was such a good pitch. Oh my goodness.
You have a pitcher's bias, though, don't you?
That's
Come on.
a strike. Come on, Professor.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's sunny and
See,
it's
you know
hot.
what though? You know, and I know I can just hear people complaining. Oh, you know, it's spring. But you know what though? That's the competitive. That's something that I've always had. I mean, I don't care if it's spring training. I don't care if it's the backyard wiffle ball game. It's a strike, right?
Yeah, that's. Are you the guy playing with a tennis ball against the wall in the hotel? You're calling strikes there too. Like, bang, bang.
Yeah.
In the dirt. And the count 3-1.
It's just the competitive nature in me, and the kids having fun.
Yeah, that's just outside on the first base side of the Peoria complex, a little mini diamond.
That's very cool. All that energy.
Three balls and a strike to Middlebrooks. And a base hit to center field. That'll cash in a couple as Upton and Kemp score. It's 5-2. Middlebrooks delivers.
Well, 2 times in a row, Carlos Quinton hit the ball hard, but right into the glove of Lamb and Will Middlebrooks. Yes. Like to see that, taking it right back where it came from. And on contact, Jose Valentin at third base got the windmill going, and just like that, 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Good looking swing right there by Will Middlebrooks.
Padres will use a pinch runner. I believe it's Corey Spangenberg who's running for Middlebrooks. 5-2 the score here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Middlebrooks delivers a 2-out 2-run single. And Clint Marmas, who struck out his first time at 1 ball 1 strike.
You know what I think also this year, Dick, the Padre pitchers are hopefully going to enjoy is longer innings in the dugout, because that will mean that there's more offense. Remember how many times last year, quick innings after throwing, 20, 25 pitches. Now you got a 3-4 minute break. Now you got to go back out there. Hopefully multiple base runners.
Runner goes. Spangenberg, fly ball to right center field. A long run for Inciarte, and he's able to chase it down. Long way to run, but Inciarte able to make a good catch to deny the Padres more. It's 5-2.
5th. The Padres put 2 runs on the board, still trailing 5-2. And Will Nieves behind the plate today, and he's caught many of Odrismar Despaignet's outings, and he provides something that the Padres lost when they traded Yasmani Grandal and Rene Rivera, and that's a catcher who is fluent in Spanish. Despaigne said it's a lot more comfortable having him out there, knowing that he can speak the same language. I talked to Buddy Black about it and the importance of having battery mates that can speak the same language, and he said, listen, it's nice, but it's not imperative. In today's day and age of baseball, there's so many Latin players that you have what he calls common Spanish baseball language that everyone understands. He also said that's why we have guys like Jose Valentin on the staff, so that when you need to have more descriptive conversations, you utilize that, guys.
All right. Yep, Chris, that's a good point and insights because of the abundance of, Spanish-speaking ball players now in the game.
Muchas gracias, Chris.
Yeah. Despaigne goes to work here in the 5th. Paul Goldschmidt has lined to center and grounded to short. He'll be followed by David Peralta and Mark Trumbo for the D-backs.
Cuidado. Serious question, or serious point though. If I were to give advice to young kids starting in school, take a language. Take a language right out of the get-go. I don't care if it's French, Spanish, whatever.
Couldn't agree more.
That can open so many doors. You become fluent in a second language, I tell you what, you could work. You'll have to turn down offers.
And
right?
especially in California to be fluent in Spanish. I mean, it is the strong second language of our state.
Hey, you might grow up in Southern California, but you might move to, Eastern Canada, and, French might come into play. Hey, good pitch right there by Despaigne. Big hitter Goldschmidt. So what does OD do? Oh, yeah, the sharp breaking ball. Outer half of the plate, good slider.
Brings up David Peralta. Wrapped into a double play in the first inning and doubled the right center field, knocked in a run in the 3rd, later scored himself. Opened some eyes as a rookie last year. Now 27. He was a free agent back in 2004, selected by the Cardinals. And last year a full-time player, and he delivered a .286 average, 8 home runs. Little herky-jerky there from Despaigne.
I think sometimes when he tries to hump it up too much, it works against him. I think he tried to hump that last one up a little bit too much.
Inside 3rd and fair down into the left field corner, and Peralta can run. Digging it out is Upton. Peralta's going to take a big turn and hold there at second base with a double. A pair of doubles for the cleanup hitter for the D-backs today.
So many times this afternoon, the Diamondback hitters going the opposite way. Tough to tell what that pitch was there. Well, there's a high fastball, maybe took something off it. Anyway, pitch up in the zone, and Peralta does a nice job of staying on top of that pitch rather than lifting it to left field. Pitch was up in the zone a little bit.
So 1-out double for Peralta brings up Trumbo, who's 2 for 2. Lined a single to right and credited with a single, a Sun single that knocked in a run in the 3rd. High fly ball to shallow center that Barmas, the shortstop, Solardi, the second baseman, Myers, the center fielder, couldn't locate. That ball drilled to left field. Upton goes back and has to play it off the wall. Scoring easily, Peralta. Trumbo with a slide into second base. Another double, another run. D-backs lead it 6-2. Trumbo 3 for 3 with a couple of RBIs.
Taking advantage of some high pitches in the zone, and this one, boy, that you couldn't have placed that one on a tee. Outer half above the belt buckle, and Trumbo, like we saw so many times before when he was an Angel, well, you really thought that he was going to have one of those careers when he and Mike Trout were together. Got a hold of that one nicely.
Now Trumbo comes out, quite a day for him, 3 for 3 and a couple of runs batted in. Here's Jake Lamb, who tripled in a run his first time up, and a deep fly ball to center the last time. Pinch runner is Evans. Nick Evans running for Trumbo. Lamb with a high pop fly. Coming in from first is Quentin. 2 away.
That's an adventure when that ball is up in the air. I don't care who you are in spring training. The wind, the sun.
That'll bring up the catcher, Gerald Laird. A sacrifice fly and a pop to second for Laird. Trumbo's pinch runner. Nick Evans out at second base, 2 out. Well, since Mark Grant is the Padres and Fox Sports San Diego's answer to a gourmand, you'll be interested in the food news here in Phoenix.
That always interesting.
When the season begins over at Chase Field.
Okay.
They've got a new special, the churro dog.
Come on.
Yeah, it's a churro resting in a donut bun.
Oh, perfect.
With 3 scoops of frozen yogurt, chocolate and caramel sauce, and whipped cream.
Give me 2.
Well, that would take your calorie count as 1,117 for one.
What are they?
Well, you've got to.
What are they trying to do?
You got to stoke the boiler when you're near all this hot sun. Churro dog. That'll be a hit.
What will they think of next?
Out goes 2-1 on Laird. They have one of the largest hot dogs you'll ever see at a ballpark right here in Peoria. That jumbo dog.
Is that the Babe Ruth dog they call it?
Yeah, it's so big that when you buy one, the guy sitting to your right and to your left they can join in. You eat the middle. The 2 people on either side chomp on the ends. Laird comes out. Take this, you churro dog. You jumbo hot dog. And Trumbo, and now open a 6-2 lead over the Padres as we reach the halfway mark in this one. 4.5 in the books. And a reminder, tomorrow on Fox Sports San Diego, the NBA returns. Chris Paul and the Clippers host the Pelicans live from the Staples Center. Coverage begins at noon. Clippers live on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Jerome's Furniture and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. baseball today and more on Fox Sports San Diego on Monday at 1 o'clock. We hope you'll join us then. Randall Delgado, the Padres have seen him in past seasons, and he's having a terrific spring. Delgado, 6'4" and 25 years of age, from Panama. In 3 games, 8 innings. He's allowed only 3 hits. And there's the 4th as he is greeted by Will Nieves, who's 2 for 2. We'll try a bunch of substitutions on both sides. We'll try to bring you up to date on the new faces in the lineup as Despaigne will bat for himself. Peter O'Brien takes over at first base for Goldschmidt. Defensively for the Diamondbacks, Blake Lally is the new catcher. And Nick Evans comes in, well, he came in as the pinch runner for Trumbo and will replace Trumbo in right field.
Hey, not only throwing quality pitches, but also doing some quality things at the plate. Bud Black wants to see Despaigne get the bunt down here. Very important part of the game.
He fakes the swing, and it's a well-placed bunt. Delgado throws him out with the second baseman Pennington covering. Sacrifice successful. That's how you can help yourself.
No question about it. And they work on that diligently in spring training, in the cage, on the fields. And Despaigne does that perfectly. That's a clinic right there. Does it perfectly, moves the runner up.
So Nieves in scoring position. The Padres try to get the run back scored by the D-backs in the top half of the inning. To the top of the order, Will Myers, a single and a ground ball to short. Fouled back. Padres have not announced who will officially be the opening day pitcher against the Dodgers. Speculation is it'll be James Shields, who will be on the mound tomorrow over against the Cubs. D-backs have named their starter. Central Michigan's Josh Colmenter gets the call.
Good for the Chippewa.
Colmenter from Homer, Michigan. Should have been a hitter. Oh, 0-2. Myers with Solarte waiting his turn. Nieves out at second base. Bottom of the 5th inning and a 6-2 D-backs lead. Delgado came over to the Diamondbacks in a trade with Atlanta 2 years ago. That was the Martin Prado trade, and Nick Ahmed, they really liked that young shortstop, and that was in the trade for Justin Upton, with Upton going from Arizona to Atlanta along with Chris Johnson. The trading carousel of baseball.
I'd like to see Will lay into one right about now, huh?
Got a couple of home runs this spring. Kemp has 2. Upton has 2. Middlebrooks with 2. High fly ball, right center, shading his eyes, Inciarte. Good arm. Look at that throw.
Yeah.
2 away. And that brings up Jan Solarte. Get into a double play in the first and grounded to the first baseman Goldschmidt in the 4th. Trying to pick up Nieves, second base. Cut into that 6-2 Arizona lead. He couldn't check. A little foul tip into the glove of Laird, or Lally now. Last season, Delgado was 4-4 with a 4.87 ERA. Had 4 starts, but worked primarily in relief, 43 games out of the bullpen. Strikeout pitcher. 86 strikeouts in 77 2/3 innings last year.
Boy, quite a turnaround from the previous year in 13. You know, when you look at those numbers, Dick, in 116 and a third innings in 13 for Delgado, he only struck out 79, and then 86 punchies in 77 innings.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Maybe, you know what? I couldn't tell you, but if I were to take an educated guess, probably more of the fastball. He's got a decent arm. Some guys feel like you have to trick the hitter, whereas just staying with your strength and a good fastball, right, and locating that fastball. That might be one of the reasons why the strikeouts went up. Or developed a better breaking ball.
Solarte sends Inciarte into the gap in right center, and he squeezes the final out. Padres leave a man at second. We've completed 5 in Peoria. The D-backs lead it 6-2.
You know, AJ called me when I was traded and asked about it, and I couldn't be more excited to have that opportunity. I played a lot center field in the minor leagues. It's my favorite position to play, and you know, I'm excited to get the big league opportunity to play there.
Yeah, that's nice to hear, isn't it? Will Myers asked to play center field. There were doubters, but we've seen him go after a couple of balls. He's got good speed, but like commenting that he reads the ball well, takes the proper angles. And it looks as if that's his position for 2013 with Upton and Kemp at the corners of the outfield.
I think he's going to do just fine. I mean, I think, you know, we've seen a limited time of Will out there, but he's doing little things that looks like he has no problem being a center fielder.
Top of the 6th, Cliff Pennington against Espana. Pennington then the pitcher's spot, and Inciarte. The catcher, Lally, has been inserted in the 9th spot in the batting order. He'll be up next. Misses inside. Espana into his 3rd inning. He's pitched an inning and a third. Gave up a run in the 5th. Chop to the mound. Despaigne bobbles, and safe at first base is Pennington. It should be an error.
Yeah, ball checked up on him, but still makeable play. It's always that off the bat, then off the ground, and then it's that bounce that kind of has that spin on it and checks up. There's the first bounce, right? Now watch how this ball checks up. Hit it in the hand, the bare hand. That's a very makeable play for OD.
They haven't flashed hit or error as yet on the scoreboard.
I think that's got to be an error, don't you think, Dick?
I think so.
Yeah.
It is called an error, and here's Blake Lally, the new catcher today, his first time up. Ball and a strike from Despaigne.
Now the mentality for a pitcher, sure, you're frustrated, right? That's a play you should have made. Well, concentrate, erase that from the hard drive, make a good quality pitch, get a ground ball, and get a double play.
Perhaps overlooked in Despaigne's first year with the Padres last year was how well he pitched at home at Petco. We mentioned he was 4-7 overall. But at Petco, in 8 starts, he was 3-1 with a 1.83 ERA. And he broke in with a very impressive first start in the big leagues, a 7-inning effort, shutout innings against the Giants.
Hopefully he can, if he's in the rotation or if he's in the bullpen, have those numbers on the road.
Breaking ball, and the count remains 1-2. Well, Tim Stauffer was the long reliever last year for the Padres. He's moved on. And when you think of Morrow or Despaigne, in terms of his variety of arm angles and speeds, Despaigne could be you have a left-handed starter, and let's say he gets rocked and you need somebody in the 3rd inning to eat up some innings. Yeah, Despaigne, he's got a rubber arm.
He's durable, no question. Yeah, good point.
But that's not what he wants. Of course, he'd like to be one of the starters. 2-2. Let's take a look at home and away. 8 games starting at home, 3-1, 1.83, and dramatically away from home, he struggled.
What a difference.
Runner goes, and that's slap foul.
And the first thing that people say right out of their mouth, it's the ballpark, right? Well, I think there's some validity to that, but you just got to make.
It's tougher to pitch on the road, isn't it? Just in general, there are not many pitchers that have better records on the road than at home.
You have that comfort factor in your own home ballpark. Different surroundings. But then the other person will say, well, hey, it's still 60 feet 6 inches, right? You still got to
Runner goes again. Ground ball to the left side. Smothered by Spangenberg. Good play. On to third, though, goes the runner. He took off with the pitch, did Pennington, and kept right on going to third base as Lally is thrown out by Spangenberg.
Very nice play by Corey. Went in as a pinch runner, now playing third base. All that open real estate on the left side. He dives to prevent that run from possibly scoring and throws it over for the nice 5-3 put out. Nice play, young man.
And it's a play by Pennington, having a running start on the play as the hit and run was on. He just continued right on to third base. So it's a 2-base out for Lally. Here's Inciarte, center fielder, double, single, and walk. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored.
And Bud Black bringing the infield in, seeing if Despaigne can respond by throwing a pitch down in the zone and getting that grounder to keep that runner at third base.
Spangenberg at third, Barmas at short, Solarte and Quinton on the right side. Try to choke off a potential 7th run at the plate. 2-0. Chris Owings, shortstop on deck.
You know, he might pitch around him here. You got a right-hander on deck. You create the double play possibility. First and third with one out. If he were to walk him right here.
That's in there. 2-1.
It's the high strike on the breaking ball.
Well, there'll be big doings in Arizona this summer as they celebrate Randy Johnson's induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. They're going to retire his number 51, the D-backs, in August. 2,061 strikeouts with the Diamondbacks. He won 118 games there overall. 303 career wins for the big left-hander.
Yeah, one of the most dominating left-handers of all time.
Boy, he was intimidating, just his size and driving to the plate. Lifted to center field. That's deep enough to get a run home. Myers able to make the catch, and tagging and trotting in with the 7th run of the day is Cliff Pennington. That's an unearned run. Despaignier's error placing Pennington on base. So without the aid of a hit, the D-backs make it 7-2. Quite a day for Inciardi. 2 runs scored, a run driven in, 2 for 2 afternoon. Owings, RBI single in the first inning, and he's flied out and grounded out since. Another shot to right, charged and caught by Kemp. An unearned run without the aid of a hit. Middle of the 6th. 7-2 Arizona. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Kemp, Upton, and Quinton. Mind you, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Boys and Girls Clubs help young people to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens through programs that promote character and leadership, education, healthy lifestyles, and more. For more information, visit foxsportssupports.com. Second inning of work for Delgado. Matt Kemp took a 3rd strike, safe on an error in the 4th, and scored one of the 2 runs in the 4th inning. And Delgado and his catcher Lally having trouble agreeing on the sign. 2 balls, no strikes on Kemp. That ball is on the outside corner. That's the same pitch that Kemp took in the first inning for strike 3. Didn't like the call then and doesn't like this one either.
You know, going back to that last play Matt Kemp made to end the inning, that's a nice play. Spring training, he could have let that ball fall, but, you know, he dove for it. And helping out Despaigne there with the nice catch for the final out.
Good point. Foul tip, and it's 2-2. Shift on for Kemp. 3 infielders on the left side. Oh, high and inside, and a full count as Kemp jawing a bit with plate umpire Chad Whitson. A couple of calls that he thought the strike zone a bit wide. Watch out. Thank you for the screen. That was going to be in our booth. March and April. Now March, because occasionally the season will begin on the last day of March, so it's April that we're talking about, and the men that enjoy hitting in that first month of the season. We'll take another look at it. Little looper over first base, and that's going to fall for a base hit. A wedge shot for Kemp. He's going to try to make a double out of it, and he's in there. The old 9-iron double from Matt Kemp.
I love that. Placed perfectly. Go back to swing off the end of the bat. Now see Matt Kemp. He's eyeing the infielders. He's seeing that O'Brien's going out. He's seeing that Pacheco is going out. Good hustle rounding first base and a nice pop-up slide.
Well, you talked about his hustle defensively to make the catch to end the top half of the inning, and now he stretches that little blue base hit to right into a double, and he leaves the game. His Saturday's work is done. Brett Wallace, first baseman, pinch runs for Kemp. Cliff Pennington moves over to shortstop defensively in this inning for the D-backs, and Jordan Pacheco, former Rocky, is in at second base. Now the Padres trailing 7-2 with a chance as the leadoff double by Matt Kemp. Here's Justin Upton. A ball and strike to Justin, who is grounded to short and lined a double into the left field corner. Doubled last night as well. Up the middle, and Pennington is tested immediately at shortstop. A high throw, but a tag made by O'Brien, the first baseman, as Wallace moves to third. Carlos Quinton steps up.
Like to see a lot of the regulars from the regular season. They're going to probably be on the team, get multiple at-bats. It's not like one at-bat and then, shut her down for the rest of the day. So pretty much the lineup is going to be set, don't you think, Dick? It's certain, a lot of the majority of the positions. So Bud Black getting those regulars 4, possibly 5 at-bats, which I like.
Well, it starts spring training with a couple of at-bats, and then they try to get 3 in at least. Quinton's hit the ball hard both the times up, a line single to right and a line out to third. Shift is on. 3 men on the left side. Lamb, Pennington, and Pacheco guarding the full side. That's in there. 0-2.
I'd use my telestrator, but not going to happen today.
Oh, come on.
We'll see. I'll draw a circle there. So, oh, it's not working.
Chop toward third. Coming in to score is Wallace, and a high throw, and safe is Quinton. Hustling up the line. Not giving in to the chopped ground ball, and safe on the throwing error as the runner scores from third. Wallace. It's 7-3. Credit Quinton with an RBI despite the error. He still gets the run driven in.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Carlos Quinton will be pinch ran for us. We take a look at this chopped ball down third. A long run for Lamb, and a nice effort by O'Brien over there, but a good call by the first base umpire.
It's a second throwing error by the third baseman Lamb today. Corey Spangenberg batting for the first time in Middlebrook's spot. Will Middlebrooks with a two-run single and a base hit to left center field. That sends the runner around third, bobbled in the outfield, and he's going on to home plate to score. 7-4. Spangenberg delivers a base hit. Run scores on the air, the second error of the inning.
Well, the runner was going a little hit and run. Nice job by Corey Spangenberg. Ball right down the middle. The shortstop is moving, opening up a gap. Hits that gap perfectly, and then the bobble. That's why as a base runner, you keep going. You keep your eye on the third base coach, Jose Valentin. As soon as he saw the bobble, he sent him.
That was Travis Jankowski pinch running, and he showed his speed. He's one of the fastest kids in the minor league camp, getting a chance to come over and see some big league action. Former star at Stony Brook College in the East, and a high draft pick a couple of years ago. Spangenberg not credited with an RBI on the play.
I don't know. Never. Yeah, never been there. Huh? No, I'm too old for that. Too old for that. Big leagues, 8 years.
Clint Varmus getting his third at bat. Struck out and fly to center today. Delgado bends in a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Padres have pulled within 3. A couple of runs here, helped out by a pair of errors by the D-backs defense. Well, there's a 50-footer trying to go to third. Spangenberg, and he's in there. Another very speedy Padre, top draft pick, #1 draft pick, and a contact hitter that can run. And he sees that ball in the dirt and doesn't hesitate.
No question. Great job of base running by Corey. Secondary lead, important off the get-go. Shuffle, shuffle. You see daylight, and with his speed, a lot of things have to happen there. A perfect throw. I don't even think a perfect throw would have gotten him there because of the speed of Corey Spangenberg.
So with the infield back, a ground ball, fly ball will make it 7-5. 3-2 to Barmas. Line drive right to the third baseman Lamb. Well, hitting in tough luck, Barmas. And with 2 outs, it'll be up to Nieves, who has a couple of hits in his 2 at-bats, a double to right and a single to left. So the Padres 4 runs, 3 unearned. And if they score another here, it will be unearned as well. And Nieves had managed only one hit in his first 14 spring at bats, but 2 for 2 this afternoon. Trying to pick up Spangenberg at third. Despaigne scheduled to hit next. Well, we're anticipating the appearance of Casey Kelly. Kelly, the very talented right-hander that came over from the Red Sox in the Adrian Gonzalez trade, and then has not one but 2 Tommy John surgeries to miss the 2013 and 2014 seasons. Nieves gets into one to deep center. Enciarte, battling the sun and able to make the catch. Padres get 2 on 2 hits. It's 7-4.
In the fraction of time.
Arizona landscape, Padres baseball here on Fox Sports San Diego. Brought to you by Petco, the power of together. By Kaiser Permanente. Thrive. By Harrah's Resort, Southern California. And by Hyundai. Visit your Hyundai dealer for our March sales event. Despaigne will go to work in the top of the 7th inning. The Padres have carved into that Arizona lead. It's now 7-4. Regulars given the rest of this Saturday afternoon off. Kemp, Upton, Quinton. They'll bring you up to date on all the changes defensively. O'Brien, the first baseman, and off the tip of the glove. The replacement for Solardi, as we're going to try to catch up on all the additions. One we see is Tommy Medic out in left field. That might be Pena, who's seen a lot of action through the course of the spring. Turn and let us see your number. No, it's not Pena, but Goris for the Padres. Diego Goris. So the new lineup for the Padres defensively: Medican left, Jankowski stays in the game in center, Almonte in right field, Wallace at first base, Goris at second, and Pena's in the game at third, at shortstop, and Spangenberg at third. Check on the catcher. I'm sure there's been a change made there as well. Austin Hedges has gotten a lot of work this spring. Yeah, I guess Nieves is still in there.
Yep.
That's in there. And ball 4. David Peralta still in the game. He draws a walk. Here in the background, the Squawk Box and Padre announcements on the new batting order. All new players. We'll bring you up to date. Get a moment. Nick Evans is the hitter. 2 on, no one out here on the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, Evans went in to play first base. I'm sorry, I take that back. Peter O'Brien, but Evans, you know, with all the changes and everything, he went in to play right field. Peter O'Brien went in to play first base for Paul Goldschmidt.
Two on, no one out. 2-1 the count now. So when I'm commissioner of baseball,
I know where you're going.
I'm going to demand that. Yes, it's great to see the young kids. We all like that. There's a chopper to short, could be 2. 1 there, back to first base. A double play. Turned nicely by Pena, Golis, and Wallace, and that's it for the D-backs. Well, not quite yet. Hold the music. 2 outs. I'm trained well. Boy, that music comes, I'm ready to go to commercial. So the double play on the double play ball.
Yeah, that's a speed up rule.
Goes over to third.
That's a speed up rule we can incorporate, right? Only 2 outs per inning.
But see, the rule I want is that in spring training, 2 outs. Man at third. Jake Lamb is still in the game. So, as commissioner, it'll be required in all spring training games. Yes, get the young kids in there, but when they come into the game, they have to bat in the same order as the man they replace. That's going to be my rule. Lamb with an RBI triple, a long out to center and a pop-up. Drills this one sharply to second. Goris takes care of it. And now the music. That's it. We're at the stretch half of the 7th. Let it play. 7-4, Arizona. the Take Me Out to the Ball Game chorus. 7-4 as we go to the home half of the 7th inning here at Peoria. Arizona with a 7-4 advantage. All the regulars on both sides, with a couple of exceptions, have headed back to the clubhouse. New pitcher is Matt Reynolds for the Diamondbacks.
You see the 4-year span there, 2010 to 13, 195 games for the left-hander. Decent ERA. Always working out of the stretch.
Cody Decker in the pitcher's spot, batting for Despagne. Decker, a grand slam home run earlier this week over at Colorado. The young guy is built like a fire plug, and he's got a lot of power. And Casey Kelly getting ready. That's a very big day in the life of this young man from Florida. You can imagine, sidelined with one Tommy John surgery. You work a whole year to get yourself back in shape. You pitch about 4 games and you tear it again. You have to go back under the knife once more, lose 2 seasons. Now it's going to test that elbow today.
Well, you talk about frustrating, and you talk about all the hard work, as you mentioned, Dick, getting hot, and it's a different world from that bullpen mound to the game mound. The intensity level goes up. The adrenaline starts pumping.
He's gone the bearded route as well, hasn't he?
Yep.
Up high to Decker. A couple of home runs, including that grand slam against the Rockies. He's knocked in 7. 4 hits and 12 at bats for Decker. And a high fly ball to left field, not deep enough. And there's one away. Danny Dorn, the left fielder who made that catch. Tommy Medica, Padres top hitter again this spring. But Black in his press meeting this morning commenting on Medica, says he's got to be leading the Cactus League, doesn't he? He's hitting .522.
He's going for the big screen TV. Winner of the Cactus League average, you go home with a brand new TV.
Is that what you get? Yeah. You tell them that, huh? It's like the NFL trick of the free turkeys on Thanksgiving.
That's right, yeah.
Come home with a big chunk of ice. Tommy with a couple of home runs and 7 runs driven in, but sparkling statistics with the bat. 12 hits and 23 at bats. Abraham Almonte scheduled to hit next. Had one at bat last night, did Medica, a line shot to right field for an out. That ball isn't going to be caught. Deep drive to left. Touch 'em all. Number 3 for Medica. It's a 7-5 game as he circles the bases. Blistering.
What is with Tommy Medica? Talk about some kind of hot in spring training. He is all or nothing, Tommy Medica. He does not shorten up the stroke, and he knew he got that one into the new pavilion area. And Allie Sturm, if you're out there, watch out.
Actually, I think it landed in the bullpen. Didn't quite get out to the pavilion. No doubt about it. The sound was sweet. It's a 7-5 game here in the 7th inning as the Padres have clubbed their 21st home run of the spring. That's 3rd best in baseball, behind the Dodgers and the Cubs.
Good looking swing from Tommy, getting extended.
Yeah, a man like Medica, he sees all the moves made by the Padres, especially in the outfield, the place where he's going to play, or first base. And he has to come to camp wondering, will there be a place for me? And he's making his own statement, isn't he?
No question about it.
How can you send me down?
Yep.
Abraham Almonte. Ground ball to the right side. Pacheco there to throw him out. 2 out. And that'll bring up Brett Wallace, the former Houston Astros first baseman.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be reproduced without the express written consent. Disseminated. Gosh, they can't be disseminated.
There you go.
Without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. Oh. I messed it up, Dick.
Yes, but you've done it from memory.
I had another reproduced in there rather than disseminated.
Fly ball to right field to the warning path, and a bid for extra bases just a little short, but Tommy Medica hit the sweet spot and drove it into the left field bullpen. Home run number 3 in the spring, and the Padres pulled to within 2. It's 7-5 after 7.
Home run. The Padres still trailing 7-5, and is now the long-awaited return for the right-hander Casey Kelly after having Tommy John surgery in 2013. Started rehab last year in 2014, and then after only 4 minor league rehab starts, he gets shut down again because of forearm soreness. Then comes in this year ready to play, and then suffers a groin injury. I talked to him after that, and his first reaction was, "Come on now." Tested his perseverance and his patience, but he stuck with it. Back on the mound today, I asked him what he was feeling like heading into this morning. He said, actually nervous, but it's that nervous excitement. I just want to go out there and enjoy this moment. He said the number one thing, which I'm sure you guys can guess, to come out of today, healthy.
Yeah, you got to pull for Casey Kelly there. He's gone through way more than any young player should expect. He and Corey Lupke, of course, the same sad story that they've had to undergo a second Tommy John surgery. And here he is back on the hill. He worked a batting practice session a couple of days ago, pitching to the Padre pitchers. And they came back saying, man, he's got good stuff.
Yeah, the thing I look at is the velocity of the fastball, 92 in the last couple of pitches, and then the breaking ball. Can he get extended?
Fly ball left field, shallow. Medica comes in to make the catch.
And I can tell you this, after this outing for Casey Kelly, regardless if he throws a 0 up there, a 1 or a 2, whatever the case is, he walks off that mound and he feels absolutely great. No problem with the elbow. That is one of the greatest feelings that any pitcher, any player can experience after the long hard work. 2 Tommy John surgeries.
Cliff Pennington, one of the starters, still in there. He's lined to second, walked, and safe on an error, scored a run. One out here in the top of the 8th. A 2-run ball game, 7-5 Arizona. Well placed. Kelly. Look at that throw. Man, that's a 90-mile-an-hour heater to first base. Well done by Kelly. 2 away. And that might have been the biggest test of all of that right arm. He really had to crank that throw at high velocity.
Let's check it out. Feeling your position here. Right-hander kind of falling off a little bit to the first base side, but planting and firing a seed for the out.
So 2 away. Lally, the catcher. Second time up, he grounded to third. Good play made by Middlebrooks back in the 6th inning. No, that was Spangenberg who made the play. Wallace, nice play. Kelly covers for the out. Well done, Brett Wallace at first base. Kelly works a 1-2-3 8th inning. They're giving him a standing ovation. Welcome back, Casey. Congratulated by all the Padres down in that dugout. You know, they were all pulling hard for him to have a good inning, and indeed he did. He did. He tested his arm with a strong throw on the bunt try by Pennington. There you go.
That's a good feeling right there. Congratulations for Casey Kelly getting back out there on that hill.
He's very likely to be assigned to El Paso and work himself back into shape. But he's got the kind of talent that you've got to think about, at least when they got him from Boston, that he was going to be one of those that would be in a rotation at the big league level.
And I want to correct myself, Dick, and I apologize. Only one Tommy John surgery for Casey Kelly. I got my Corey Lukey and Casey Kelly info mixed up.
I thought it was 2.
I apologize. Only 1 for Casey. So
he missed 2 seasons. Just I mean, he just didn't recover well from the first surgery.
Yeah, last year was slowed by complications in his rehab and soreness and all that stuff. But yeah, April 1st, 2013 was the time of his Tommy John surgery. So welcome back, Casey, as you mentioned, Dick.
That's great. New pitcher for the D-backs, Enrique Burgos from Panama. 5 games, 5 innings pitched this spring. He's allowed only 1 run and 2 hits. Last year at Visalia, 55 games in relief. Saved 29 of 30 chances. Big guy, 6'3" and 251. He's just 24 years of age. Ramiro Pena batting for the first time for the Padres. Middle infielder. Two strikes on him. Pena getting a chance to showcase his talent here in the spring, and Padre coaches like what they see. Switch hitter from Monterrey, Mexico, born there. He's 29. Then with the Yankees 4 years, and then Atlanta the last 2 seasons.
So a change of scenery. So we know that what that can do for certain players.
Played 81 games, half a season with the Braves a season ago. Hit .245. .97 on that heater. Pena, Jankowski, and Spangenberg scheduled here in the 8th inning. Pena chases. Strike 3.
Live Padres baseball is back in 2015 with MLB.com at bat on your smartphone or tablet. I've got it, and it's a great app. Stay connected with live radio broadcasts, stats, breaking news, and much, much more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Gotta have it.
And one of the delights of spring training, the numerical list ends in the high 80s. When you get to the 90s, you aren't included on the list, and we've got number 93 up there now. And that's Travis Jankowski. So they gave him a high number. He's a highly regarded talent down in the farm system. Entered as a pinch runner and scored back in the 6th inning. First at bat.
Hey, one of the perks of being called over to the big stadium for the big league game, you get a little big league meal money for that day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What do they get? Spring training meal money? Isn't it like one check for the whole spring, not daily?
Well, they hand it out weekly. You know, before cuts, they'll send guys down and then hand out the meal money.
That's in your dictionary of good words, isn't it? Meal money. Yeah. It's on the first page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Retroactive is right there next to it. A ball, 2 strikes to Jankowski. We're waiting for the attendance to be announced. It's could be the largest crowd of the entire spring here in Peoria. Great weekend with 10,625 last night. Swing and a miss, and that's a pair of strikeouts for Big Burgos. So Brandon Morrow and Despaigne, they pitch back to back. And nothing really decided by their either performance. It wasn't like one was better than the other.
That's why I'm glad I'm not a coach.
Yeah.
Or an evaluator who sits in that room, a scout, an assistant to a GM. That's why they make the big decisions. Sometimes it's tough. I'm sure those guys are going to have a couple times, maybe more, to go out and show their stuff.
Another sharply hit ball. Spangenberg off the bench, 2 for 2. Came off the bench and singled through the left side and drove in a run in the 6th. Spanks that one smartly. Spangenberg from armpit to armpit. But that isn't the longest surname for the Padres this year. You see 11 letters for Spangenberg, but Middlebrooks with 12. Spangenberg it is.
So you said Spangenberg. Spanks went to right field. So Spankenberg.
Spankenberg, yeah, that's good. Let's see. This is Diego Goris, his first at bat.
The kid can hit. Corey Spangenberg. He's got speed. He can field.
There he goes. Throw by Lally, not even close. Goes into center field. Spangenberg hops up and takes another base. Over to third he goes. So stolen base and an error by the catcher Lally. That's the fourth error by the D-backs today.
This is why I love the pop-up slide. Watch was Corey Spangenberg on the stolen base here. Pop-up slide, recognizes the ball and utilized that speed to take third base again. Good player.
Yeah, we talk about the battle for third base between Solarte and Middlebrooks, but you can't overlook Spangenberg. Guy that has better speed, left-handed bat. Diego Goris, his first time up. Chance to bring in Spangenberg and close the Arizona lead to 1.
Boy, Burgos has got a live arm, doesn't he? That ball just jumps out of his hand.
And his 7 years of pro ball, he has better than a strikeout per inning. Also a lot of walks.
People diving all over the place to get that foul ball.
The attendance 11,474, a sellout here in Peoria today. It's in a good ball game, 7-5, and action left for the Padres to try to catch up. 5-0 start for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Padres picking away 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, 1 on Medica's home run in the 7th. Foul back toward us. Woo. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. Very impressive. Big man Burgos. After 8, 7-5. Plays of the game. Casey Kelly comes in the 8th inning. He gets a fly ball to left field, then makes an excellent play on Pennington's attempt to bunt for a base hit, a rocket throw to first, and then is helped out. Brett Wallace makes a diving stop in the hole at first base, and Kelly covers a 1-2-3 inning for Casey Kelly as we welcome him back to the Padres and action, and he's with Chris Button.
Of the hour, Casey Kelly. Well, it was only 7 pitches, but how did it feel out there?
Oh, it was great. Great to get back out there, and everything came out good. Just wanted to be healthy and get some outs, and it worked out pretty well.
I know when we talked this morning, you said you were nervous but excited. So describe what that moment was like when you were running out of the bullpen.
Yeah, it was a weird feeling. I haven't had that rush of adrenaline in a while, so that was definitely good to get that feeling back, and how to remind myself to breathe when I was on the mound, because it just kind of blacked out for a little bit.
What did it mean for you to walk off? You get the standing ovation from the crowd, but then just the reaction that we saw with everyone in the dugout and the support that they have for you.
Oh, it's great. I mean, the San Diego Padres whole organization, teammates, everybody's been so supportive through the whole process, and it was just great to get out there and feel healthy and get back to it.
I know you talk about the process, and it's been a long 2 years. Was there anyone that you leaned on, called up, talked to that helped you get through these last 2 years?
I mean, a lot of support from, teammates and everything, family and friends. I owe it all to, my family and friends and teammates to just, keeping me positive, keeping me upbeat, and, that I will be back and, getting back into baseball action and stuff. So I don't know if I could just point out one person. It's kind of a collective group, and, I just appreciate everybody that's been supportive.
We got the one goal out of the way. That was get out of this, staying healthy. So we appreciate it. Good to see you back out there.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Chris, and Casey Kelly. Hopefully we'll see him
Casey
again a couple of times this spring.
Yeah, gosh, it's a lot of hard work. Very happy for the young right-hander.
I mean, just the struggle to recover from the surgery, all the promise that things are going to be okay, and then you re-injure yourself.
Yep.
You got to go through it basically another whole year of training, rehab.
Yep.
Boy, Inciarte, line drive off the glove of Jankowski, and Inciarte will hold up at first base with his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 3 with a sacrifice fly and a walk. He was hitting .424 coming in this spring.
Well, this ball, as you see Jankowski in left center field tailing, he wants to impress the staff. He wants to lay out and try to catch that ball. Oh, you got to love the effort.
Jordan Pacheco bats for the first time. Pacheco came up through the Rockies organization as a catcher, and then third base, and now working all the infield spots. Rocky Gale is the catcher for the Padres.
Well, we know that Alex Torres last year was fastball changeup heavy. Well, Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, says that Alex is working in a breaking ball, as you see the numbers from 70 games last year. A little high on the walk side for Alex.
So, successful sacrifice by Pacheco. 1-3 on the putout, moving Inciarte into scoring position in the 7-5 game, top of the 9th inning. Brings up Pete O'Brien, first baseman. Single to right field his first time. Padres in the bottom of the 9th inning, scheduled to bring up Rocky Gale, Cody Decker, and Tommy Medica. Medica with a home run today. $11,474. Quite a turnout on this Saturday. Another big crowd expected on Monday. The Padres go to the Cubs tomorrow.
Good crowd on hand. How you doing? Berm was full. Foul pole to foul pole.
Pretty good looking pitch, a little low.
So when Alex Torres is on, he is downright nasty. You know, and you know, he's not that tall, but he comes out from the top arm slot to where he gets good downward plane. And then mixing that changeup and breaking ball, he can be tough to hit.
One out, Cincinnati at second base with a big lead.
Step up.
That's a balk. Or is it? Nope. Time was called first. Cincinnati creating a fuss there at second, taking a big lead with a lot of movement. Top of the ninth inning here in Peoria. It's 7-5 Arizona. Runner at second with one out. At the letters, 1 and 2. Let's see, 2 weeks from today will be Fan Fest at Petco Park. And Padres will be playing the Mexico City Red Devils. And it's all free, but you have to get your tickets online, folks. The usual fun at Fan Fest, the chance to hear the executives and ball players, various seminars, and get autographs, and then see a ball game.
Yeah, and we're televising that game against the Red Devils.
We are.
April 4th. Tune in. If you're not going to make it to the ballpark, tune in on Fox Sports San Diego for all the fun.
There's usually, for the Fan Fest, between 15 and 20,000. It might be sold out this year. You get the Fan Fest activities plus a ball game.
It's a twofer.
Foul tip. Gale hangs on, and O'Brien is struck out. 2 away. First strikeout for Torres brings up Danny Dorn.
Danny Dorn, no relation to Roger Dorn, the third baseman for the Cleveland Indians in movie Major League. Remember Roger Dorn wouldn't die for a ball because it wasn't in his contract?
Oh, the memory bank. What you have stored in there, Mark Grant. Second season with the D-backs, Dorn, originally drafted by the Reds. Lifts it to center field. Coasting in under it is Jankowski, and that's it for the D-backs in the ninth. Here come the Padres. They need 2 to tie.
They trail by a pair. Padres spring training 2015 is in full swing, folks. For the last few weeks of spring training, Padres are offering travel packages to Peoria with 3 package options available. There's something for every budget and every fan. Every package comes with hotel accommodations, game tickets, parking, and all-you-can-eat buffet, Padres gift bag, and unique experiences. For more information or to book your trip to see your 2015 Padres right here in Peoria, visit padres.com/STtravel. That's padres.com/STtravel.
I think many of the fans here in this crowd of 11,474 have done just that, taken advantage. That's a terrific deal. Come over, see the ball games and everything taken care of. Dorn moves from the outfield in to play third base here in the last of the 9th inning for Diamondbacks. And the new pitcher is veteran Dan Runsler, a 30-year-old from West Hills, California, in the LA area. Pitched at UC Riverside, San Francisco Giants property until this year. Saw a fly ball into foul territory off the bat of Gale, and there's one away. O'Brien making the catch.
And Rocky Gale, no relation to Dorothy Gale, the star from Wizard of Oz. A lot of people don't know that that was her last name, Dorothy Gale.
How did you know that?
Oh, you got to watch the movie.
Well, I've seen it several times.
She kind of slips it in there during the course of the movie. It's during
the tornado scene, or
I think so.
You are.
My name's Dorothy Gale, and I'm from Kansas.
Cody Decker flied out his first time and only time. One out here in the bottom of the 9th. 1939, maybe the greatest year in the motion picture industry in terms of product.
Snow White.
Oh, well, I'm not sure about Snow White, but it was Wizard of Oz was one. Gone with the Wind, the epic.
Clark Gable,
another.
Olivia de Havilland, how you doing?
And Citizen Kane, I believe.
Orson Welles.
How about that? Those are 3 all-timers. I mean, when they talk about greatest movies ever made, all 3 of those are often in the top 10, if not in the top 5, all from 1939.
Rosebud. Remember Orson Welles? That was his sled.
Well, your memory for.
That was his one thing that he held on to from his childhood. He had all this money and notoriety, but the one thing that he held on to was Rosebud. All the other stuff didn't matter. That was his one thought that brought him back to feeling good about himself.
Yeah, Rosebuds will do that. 3-1 to Decker, and he's aboard. That'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Moving a blast, right? Walk, base hit.
Here's a man who's offered the blast earlier, Tommy Medica.
And this is one of those situations, Dick, that hopefully we see a lot during the season. Not that the Padres are trailing, but the chance to, with one swing of the bat, either tie or put them ahead. Something that we haven't seen in the last handful of years.
Not enough, that's for certain. So it's Medica with Almonte on deck. Tying run at the plate here in the 9th inning. And an uphill climb for the Padres after a 5-0 start for the D-backs after the first 3 innings. Spins that breaking ball in there for a strike. Well, last year, Medica is a streak hitter, and he's certainly in a hot streak here in the spring. Good fastball hitter.
Yeah.
But pitcher started elevating that fastball just out of the strike zone. Ground ball toward the hole. That's going to be another hit. Medica 2 for 2 today. So the tying run at first base carried by Medica, and a potential winning run walks to the plate. Abraham Almonte.
Tommy Medica is putting up beer league numbers this spring training. Swinging the hot shillelagh, the big fly today, and then finding the hole on the left side. Going into this game, as Dick mentioned earlier, Tommy hitting .522. Well, tack on another 2 knocks and 2 at-bats. Good for Tommy. Tommy, can you hear me?
And here's Almonte. His first time up, he grounded to second.
How about a walk-off, Professor?
That'd be nice, huh? Well, Monte doesn't hit that many home runs. Catcher Austin Hedges has a bat. He's in the on-deck circle.
That gentleman there is rocking the rally hat along with the silver bullet.
Almonte, acquired from the Mariners last year. Good cut. In case you're just joining us, the Diamondbacks got a run in the first inning, 2 more in the second, another pair of runs in the third. Padres a couple of runs in the fourth on a 2-run single by Will Middlebrooks. Arizona answered with another run in the fifth inning on back-to-back doubles. Peralta and Trumbo. Mark Trumbo went 3 for 3. Scored an unearned run in the sixth inning. And the Padres got a couple of runs in the sixth.
One of the top Padre prospects waiting on deck, Austin Hedges.
Ground ball to third, could be 2. There's 1. The throw to first is not in time. Almonte can scoop. Oh, Padres are still alive. Runners at first and third. And Austin Hedges will step up.
I'd like to see Austin in a situation like this. See what he can do with 2 runners on. See if he can pass the baton on to the next hitter waiting on deck, Pena. And give the Padres a chance to do some damage here late.
.225 hitter last year at San Antonio with 6 home runs. Padres hoping that Hedges will be able to work into a better stroke, as he's an outstanding defensive catcher, maybe the best in the organization. Many feel the best defensive catcher in the minor leagues. And he hit. Plenty young, so there's lots of time for him. Hedges is just 22 years of age. He was a second-round pick of the Padres in 2011. He was about to go to UCLA when he signed a nice contract in the dirt. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the ninth. The Padres need 2 to tie. And this should do it. A ground ball to short. And the ball game comes to an end. Padres leave 2 in the ninth. Arizona Diamondbacks continue to win here in the spring. They're now 12-7. The final score, Arizona 7, the Padres 5. Back with the final comments right after this one.